Court ruling. Order granted as prayed. The 6 prayers of the claimant in a motion on notice filed on March 18, 2025 at pages 772 and 773 of the record are hereby granted as follows. 1. The claimant is hereby granted leave to file additional witness statement on oath in response to the amended statement of defense in this case. As court places, right? 2. The said amended statement, the said written statement on oath of the witness, that's of the claimant, filed on March 18, 2025 at page 765 of the record is hereby deemed properly filed and served. 3. The claimant is hereby granted leave to give further evidence in this case by adopting his additional written statement on oath. 4. The claimant is hereby granted leave to call additional witness by name Mrs. Chijindu Nwosu in this case. 5. The written statement of note of Mrs. Chijindu Nwosu filed on March 18, 2025 at page 768 of the record is hereby deemed properly filed and served. 6. The claimant is granted leave to file additional list of witnesses in this case by adding 1 more witness to the list. 7. The additional list of witnesses filed at page 771 of the court of the record is hereby deemed properly filed and served. 8. Prayer 3 on the motion on notice at page 772 of the record for a deeming order for the amended reply is accordingly withdrawn and struck out as prayed for because the reply was filed within time. Ruling is entered accordingly.
Sincerely grateful for precious statement in our application.
Yes. So can we now go to the business of the day? You are recalling your witness, right?
Yes,
CW1.
Yes.
CW1 continues evidence in chief, right?
Yes, my lord.
Yes?
My lord, may I apply that the witness be reminded of her oath so that...
Yes, Jim.
Yes, my lord.
They can hear you now.
Witness, please remember you are still on.
Call her name.
Mrs. Princess Chinyere.
Yes, my lord.
Please remember you are still on.
Yes.
All right. Thank you.
Can you remind the court which country you are now?
Norway, my lord.
Okay.
Thank you, madam. Now, Mrs. Chinyere Princess.
Yes.
Can you recall that you have adopted a witness position before this court and further witness position before this court previously?
Yes.
Now,
Yes. Go on.
Now, do you recall that you also made a further additional witness statement on oath before this honorable court on the 18th of March, 2025?
Yes, I recall.
Now, do you wish to adopt that further additional witness statement on oath filed on the 18th of March 2025 as their testimony in this suit?
Yes, I wish to adopt it as my testimony.
Yes.
Thank you, Ms. Chinyam. That's all I have for the witness, and I want to leave the witness to my learned friend for cross-examination.
Yes.
Thank you, madam. Mrs. Egenkika, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
All right. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Now, you have not been to Nigeria this year. That's correct.
Yes.
You also did not visit Nigeria in 2024.
Yes.
Yes.
You attended Nexford University for an MBA program.
Yes, I did.
Nexford, Nexford.
Hold on. Let me hear his answer, then I'll ask you for the spelling. What's her answer?
Yes, I did.
Okay, I attended. Attended which university?
Nexford, N-E-X.
N-T.
N-E-X.
N-E-X.
F-O-R-D.
N-E-X. F-O.
Not S, X.
X.
Like xylophone.
Like X.
Yes, my doctor.
N-E-X.
F-O.
Okay.
R-O-D.
F-O-R-D.
University. Nexford University for an MBA program. MBA program.
Yes.
Can you please confirm to this honorable court when you started and when you finished that program? The year.
The program started in 2020. I don't have the actual date, but I can confirm.
I want you to tell us the year you started.
From which year to which year?
Yes, you cannot forget.
The program
Just tell us the year.
I started the program in I concluded the program February 2023. I started the program in January 2022.
2022 to 2023.
Yes, I did it in 1 year.
Yes.
It is correct that before your employment was terminated by the defendant, you were issued a query.
Yes, I was issued a query. I was issued a query by the disciplinary committee, and that query,
I'm writing, please. When I'm writing, watch me when I'm writing. Stop talking.
Sorry, my lord.
Yes.
I was issued a query a week to my termination of appointment. And that query,
a week before your termination.
Yes, just a week, few days before the termination of appointment. I was issued a query. I responded to the query. My response to the query.
Please hold on. You have given evidence in chief. This is cross-examination. Yes. Yes. So don't worry, you will get the opportunity to say that. You responded to the query.
Yes, I responded.
4 places.
Yes.
After your response, the defendant made comments on the response that you gave. That's correct.
Some of these answers cannot be a yes and a no answer. Some of them need explanation, because when you say a yes and a no, it means that I'm not given the opportunity to actually say
something.
You
are you aware that the respondent made comment on your response to the query?
Yes, that was the response, yes. They responded to it, and the response was like a closure. It was like a closure. What? It was like a closure. It wasn't like when I responded to the query. What they did was not a response actually to me. They pointed to the HR response, like it was still the HR that was responding to me. So with the response I got, it wasn't the disciplinary committee, it was still the HR that was responding to me.
The question from the defendant counsel is that the respondent made a comment on your response to the query.
There is a comment. There is a comment. They highlighted my response, and they made reference to the HR response. The evidence.
They highlighted your response and sent it to the HR.
Yes, I made evidence, yes, to the HR response.
You said?
They highlighted my response in red and linked it to the HR response. So it was the same response they gave me, they just linked it to the HR response that I got, meaning that it was the same response from the disciplinary committee and the
don't tell me interpretation of any document. Don't tell me many words. Did they make a response to your did they make comment on your response to the query or not?
Yes, there was a comment.
Okay, that's all right.
As the court pleases.
Yes.
After you received the comments,
I forgot cancel. You know, you have maximum of 40 minutes.
My Lord,
Maximum.
I said I was going to appeal. This is done.
Which appeal?
My Lord, if my Lord may just hear me out.
Eh?
This is done virtually. There are 3 witness statements. My Lord, bundles of documents standard. And my Lord can see what is going on. My questions are very straightforward.
No. Maximum of 40 minutes by our rules on this cross-examination. After that, you can't go on.
My Lord,
You better condense because all this evidence you have there.
as the
It's not
court
that they are just giving you now and they are taking you by surprise. Then you have to start thinking of your question.
My Lord, I think I will have to appeal to the witness because if the witness forced on me.
Then just bear it in mind that you have 40 minutes. Maximum.
As the court pleases.
Of course, examination. And because I didn't tell you on time, I'll take it that you have just spent only 10 minutes.
As the court pleases.
So it's more than.
As the court pleases. I guess luckily for me, the car clock is.
It's not working. You have wristwatch now. So don't look at that one at all.
I also don't have.
Well, you don't have. You have on your phone or your laptop.
Yes, my Lord. My Lord, it's 2 o'clock.
It's 2 o'clock.
It's 2 o'clock.
So by 2:30 maximum.
My Lord, 2 o'clock, 2:45. I'm starting now.
You have already spent 10 minutes.
I thought my Lord has waived that for me.
Yes, it's more than 10 minutes. I waived the balance for you.
As the court pleases.
Let's go on, please. 30 minutes, condense whatever you want to ask.
Ms. Chinyere, please just answer the questions as they come. I beg you. Now, after you received the comment made by the defendant, you made a further response.
Yes.
Yes.
Eh?
After she received the comments to the response she gave to the query, the claimant made a further response and sent to the defendant.
So when you saw the comment, you made further response. Claimant, yes, claimant, answer me.
Yes,
when you saw the comment of the defendant on your response,
yes,
you made further response.
Yes.
Okay. Yes.
By your letter of employment, you were entitled to be given 1 month notice of termination or 1 month salary in lieu of notice.
I don't have that letter.
Eh?
I don't have that letter.
You don't have letter of employment?
The letter, it is not explicitly stated. It's there. It's in court. It was not stated for 1 month in lieu of notice.
No,
How many months notice are you entitled to by your terms of employment?
1 month notice. If you're resigning from your employment, you give the employer 1 month notice. But termination of appointment, I'm not aware. If I'm resigning, I'm supposed to give the employer 1 month notice.
It's the same thing. Either you determine it by yourself or you are terminated.
My Lord, I would like to hear the last thing she said. She said,
what did you say?
Resignation is 1 month.
If I am to resign, I am supposed to give my employer 1 month notice.
Okay.
So if your employer is terminating your employment, how many months notice are you entitled to?
I don't know.
That is the same thing.
My Lord, this is contentious issue in the case.
Okay.
She has answered, she does not know. My Lord will take that.
You don't know how many months you are entitled to before termination.
Before my appointment is supposed to be terminated, there should be disciplinary committee is supposed to, if there is.
No. We are talking of notice now. Don't go there. We are talking of notice at this stage. How many months notice are you entitled to from your employer before your employment is terminated?
When employment is being terminated by the defendant, what they do is they send you an email and they tell you that they don't give you any notice.
You are wasting time.
They don't give notice.
Listen to me.
No.
You can speak English.
What places?
What we are saying, leave the other story. You have given me your story in all this, the position that is before the court. Now what we are asking you is how many months notice are you entitled to if your employment is to be terminated? If you know, say you tell me no. If you don't know, you tell me you don't know.
They don't. When employment is being terminated, no notice is being given. No notice is being given. What they do is, when they are terminating your employment, they pay you. If you resign, they don't pay you. They don't give you any notice that they are going to terminate your appointment. The way they terminated my appointment, they are not going to give me notice, but they are supposed to pay you for terminating the appointment.
Princess.
Yes, my lord.
I'm sure you speak English, and please don't waste my time. Are you entitled to notice from your employer before they terminate your employment or not? If you are not, tell me, I'll put it down. If you are, tell me how many months notice you are entitled to.
I'm not aware if they give notice.
Okay, I am not aware.
The notice I'm entitled to.
Yes.
Thank you, madam. Now, you know that the defendant has a staff structure. Has a staff structure that defines different job grades.
Staff structure.
Staff cadre. You are familiar with that?
Are you talking of organogram?
Yes. Organogram.
Yes, there's an organogram.
Okay. In that organogram, a senior banking officer is superior to a banking officer.
Yes.
Yes.
You have claimed the sum of 120,350,000 naira as gratuity and severance benefits.
Yes.
Can you point this honorable court to any
claiming what?
in relief 10? He is asking for 120 million.
Claiming 120 million.
350,000 naira.
350,000 naira.
As gratuity and severance benefits.
Gratuity
and severance benefit.
You said relief 10?
Yes, my lord, relief 10.
Yes, yes.
To assist the court, can you please direct the court to the document where the court can find this amount?
Or how did you come about it?
Yes, how did you come about the amount?
I won't be able to
20
give that.
million.
I will not be able to give that now. I don't have it offhand.
Well, what don't you have?
It's actually direct the court to how I came about the 120 million.
Yes, what's the calculation? How did you come? Or is it in your terms of employment or what?
I don't have that first-hand information to give now.
I can't explain. I cannot
explain it now.
Not explain it now. Have you explained it in your evidence in chief, like all those your statements?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know the meaning of S gratia? Do you know the meaning of S gratia?
I don't know.
Yes.
You produced before this honorable court the letter of resignation of appointments of Oluwafemi Samuel.
Yes.
What exhibit number is that?
Exhibit C22, my lord.
Can I have that volume, please?
Exhibit C22.
C22. Open it and give me. Yes, go on, please.
So what's your answer to that?
Volume 1.
Princess, can you hear me?
What's my answer to providing it?
I said you produced.
Yeah, I said yes. Yes.
Okay, my lord, she said yes.
What?
That she provided the document. Now, the question I have to ask is, you are aware that Oluwafemi...
That document is exhibit C22?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
You are aware that Oluwafemi Samuel was also a senior banking officer?
Yes.
Yes. Oluwafemi Samuel was a senior banking officer.
But remember, senior banking officers,
There
there are
some,
too. You have senior banking officer 1, 2, 3, like that.
Senior banking officer. So this Oluwafemi was the one that wrote exhibit C22?
No, the bank wrote it to him after he resigned.
Mm-hmm.
The bank wrote it to him after he tendered his resignation to advise him on the benefits.
The defendant wrote exhibit C22 at what page now? Page 243 of the record. Yes.
It is.
What did you say? I don't know. Let what? You said this exhibit C22 titled Resignation of Appointment was written to Oluwafemi, right?
Yes.
No, I'm asking.
Princess, answer me. Yes,
Princess, answer me now.
Yes, sorry, my lord. It was given to Oluwafemi.
Yes.
And the next thing we said was that Oluwafemi was of senior banking officer rank.
And there are different
so
ranks in senior banking.
Oluwafemi was senior banking officer, was a senior banking officer, right?
Yes, senior banking officer, but I don't know if he's 1, 2, 3, or 4, but I know that he was.
That's the one you know, senior banking officer. That's what I have on. Any other question?
Yes, my lord. When not that. The last medical leave that was granted to you by the defendant expired on November 14, 2022.
Yes, because it was a 1-month medical leave.
And
was subject to renewal.
Just
medical leave. The defendant expired when?
14 November 2022.
14/11/22, right?
Yes, madam.
So it expired on 14/11/22.
Yes, my lord.
Yes.
After that expiration, it was never renewed or extended by the defendant.
Yes, I was put on remote work. I was put on remote work. I was put on remote work.
I was what?
Put on remote
I was put on remote work, working remote.
This was not renewed, but I was put on remote work.
Yes. Yes, to work remotely, my lord.
Like what we are doing now, no? Zoom?
Yes,
or by virtual, right?
Yes.
Yes, go on, please, quickly.
Now,
you have 15 minutes more. This one that you are dancing up and down. 15 minutes more.
When did your out-of-country work permit start, and when did it end?
Out-of-country work permit. It ended. I was moved to transaction monitoring.
Out-of-country permit. That's from the defendant.
Yes, my lord.
That's the remote work or out-of-country permit. I don't have any out-of-country permit from them. You say remote work, to work remotely.
Princess, you know what I'm talking about. All the documents talk about out-of-country permit to work remotely. It's the same thing.
So
you know what I'm talking about.
It ended the day my appointment was terminated.
The question I asked you is, when did it start and when did it end? The permit, the approval you got.
The permit to work remotely started and ended when?
I started working remotely from the day I came, and it ended the day my appointment was terminated.
What date you came?
I got here October 2022.
My lord, the question I asked is when the approval started. He's talking about when she started working. Not an approval.
He's asking you when the permission to work remotely commenced from. Is it with effect from which
and when did
date?
it stop?
Your permission to work remotely was with effect from when?
It ended the day my appointment was terminated, because when I came, I started working remotely, and I was doing my report and everything.
Princess, can you listen to me? Are you listening?
Yes.
Now, you said you are giving permission to work remotely. Right?
Yes.
That permission was in writing.
Yes.
And it says with effect from when?
When the payment, when they now officially, no, see, my lord, there's a way this thing went. It didn't go like the way he's asking it. When I started work, there was no written this that I should work remotely. I was working remotely and HR was aware. When they now gave me an official mail that I should work remotely was when they moved me to transaction money 3, and that was in May 2023. But
so this permission,
I have been, yes.
wait now. I need to put you down. The permission, the written permission given to you to work remotely was from May which year?
2023.
With
that was when they moved me.
Effect from
My lord.
May when?
My lord, I need to explain this for you to understand it.
See,
no, my lord, I need to.
There's a line of thought I'm writing. You
Sorry,
told me
my
I'm
lord.
writing. I'm just confirming. You said it's with effect from May. Which year?
No, my lord. When I got here in October, HR was aware I was working remotely, but
leave that one. You will explain it later. This one that you said they give you written letter from May when?
It was May when they moved me to transaction money 3. They moved me to a remote department. 2023.
May 2023 to when?
I was moved to transaction money 3 till they gave me. It didn't have an expiring date.
Your remote work permit was for 2 months.
I can't remember the expiration date because
your out of country remote work permit was for 2 months. This is me putting it to you.
If you're putting it to me that it was for 2 months, are you saying that it was granted? Why was it not granted initially?
You don't have power to, you don't have authority to ask him question.
I'm sorry, my lord. I'm sorry, my lord. I just wanted to clarify because
So this letter they gave you for that is with effect from May 2023 has no expiry date.
Yes, I was moved to a new department. I was moved to another department.
No.
That was when the letter came.
Expiry date. Yes?
In July 2023 and up to first week of August 2023, the defendant consistently told you that you were on unapproved leave.
From the day I got here that my...
Is that correct? Is that correct? If it's not correct, you say it's not correct.
That has always been the English in their mail. It's not like it was from July.
No, yes, no, specifically now, specifically. They are asking you in July 2023 to August 2020, is it 23 or 24?
2023.
Same year, yes, July to August 2023.
Yes.
They kept sending you mail that you are
on unapproved leave.
You are on unapproved leave.
They didn't send me mail. It was response to my mail that I sent to them. They never sent me a mail to say I'm
That's what I'm saying now. Okay.
It was when
I kept responding to you that they kept responding to your mail that you are leaving on unapproved
leave, that she was away on unapproved leave.
From July to August. Yes.
Now, Babatunde Olaoye was your supervisor.
Yes.
Babatunde Olaoye was your supervisor. I said, yes, my daughter. Now, you were not always available to do your work while in Norway and still working for the defendant.
Not true.
We're not always available.
Not
What's the
true.
meaning of that? That when he was doing remote work?
Yes, even while she was there, she wasn't available for her tasks. Yes.
Not true. I was 101% available to do my job.
I was
Always
101%.
available, delivering on all assigned duties. So that's not true.
You said you were what?
101%.
I was always available, delivering on all assigned duties when I'm not in the hospital. So I was always available. And whenever I'm in the hospital, I always communicated to them.
But you said you're always, so let's leave hospital.
Yes, I'm always.
Now, in exhibit C24, page 3, that is the
exhibit C24.
Yes, the chat messages between yourself and your supervisor. Exhibit C24, page 3.
Yes, I'm listening.
You informed your supervisor, this was on the 17th of July, 2023, that you were not available to work that week. And then hold on. And your supervisor in response said, I did not know you won't be available again this week.
Cancel. All these ones are already before me. Don't keep punishing me to keep writing what is inside. You can you can address me on that, bring those things out. Go to another question, please.
Now, both in June, no, I'm sorry, from November, when your medical leave expired, to May, when your out-of-country approval.
Which year?
From November 2022, when your medical leave expired, to May 2023, when your out-of-country approval commenced, the defendant regularly paid you your salaries.
Because I worked.
From, yes, what's your answer?
Because I worked for the salary.
Eh?
Can you answer the question first?
I said yes, because I worked for the salary. I did.
So they paid you, wait, they paid you your salary from November
2022, when
from
the
November 2022 to
May 2023. My Lord, the question is from the time the medical leave expired in November.
Please, now when I'm writing, if you are talking, I'll mix it up.
I'm sorry.
From November 2022 to May 2023, when my medical leave.
No, that's what I was trying to explain. November was when the medical leave expired. May 2023 was when the out-of-country started. So there's a period we are looking at. From November 2022, when the medical leave
expired. From November 2022, when
the medical leave expired. To May 2023, when the out-of-country permit commenced.
Yes.
That the defendant regularly paid you your salaries?
You know that your time is over now.
Lord, may I just take a few more minutes?
How many minutes?
Lord, 10 minutes?
No, 5. I give you 5 more.
As copy this.
Yes.
Lord, has that answer been taken?
Which answer?
So the
That they were paying his salary.
Yes.
Yes.
As copy this.
Sorry, my lord. The witness also said that he got to work for it.
What's the meaning of that one?
Well, that one said.
He was being paid his salary.
Yes.
Yes, because I worked for it and I was
Any other
granted
question?
access
Any
to
other
work.
question?
I was granted
Now-
access to work and I worked for it.
Oh,
The
all right.
HR granted me access to work while I was in Norway all through the time.
Princess, you do not have any medical report advising that you should be retired from work.
That you should be retired?
Yes.
I never wanted to retire either.
No,
So
please.
I am supposed to come back to work.
Any medical
I am supposed to come back to work.
that you should be retired from work.
I am not intending to retire. I was supposed to come back.
Wait. Did you have any medical report that says you should stop working?
No.
Okay.
Yes. There's an issue of early retirement in the matter as well. Tired.
Yes.
It is true that there are conditions to be met by a staff before the defendant will accept a request for medical leave.
Mm-hmm.
It is true that there are conditions to be met by a staff before the defendant will approve a request for medical leave.
And all requests, yes, and all conditions I met.
As a couple.
I know the conditions and all the conditions I met.
There are conditions to fulfill before asking for medical.
Before the defendant will approve request for medical leave.
Yes, and all the all.
Mm-hmm.
Before your employment was terminated, you were owing the defendant certain amount that you had not paid back. You had taken some loans that you had not paid back. That's correct.
Yes.
Yes.
You did not obtain any leave from the defendant before doing your MBA program at Nexford University. You said you did 2022 and 2023.
I didn't get what you said.
Any leave from the defendant before
Any permission?
Any permission? Permission, yes.
Sorry, did I obtain
any permission from the defendant before doing your MBA program?
At Nexford University. You already told us the period you did it, which corresponds with all of this we are talking about.
Did you seek for and obtain permission from the defendant before doing your MBA?
I don't need a permission to do MBA. I don't need a permission from the defendant to go to school. I don't need a permission from the defendant to go to school. So I cannot get a permission. Rather, what the defendant did was to say, for us telling staff, if you want to do your MBA with Nesford, we will give you 40% discount, of which I benefited from. So I don't need a permission to upgrade or upscale.
You say you benefited what?
The defendant gave all staff 40% discount if you wish to enroll in Nesford to do your MBA, of which I enrolled and did my MBA. And I was not in Norway when I started my MBA. I was working, and I was in Nigeria when I started my MBA.
You benefited 40% discount for the MBA course, right?
Yes.
MBA course from the defendant. MBA course. Yes?
Now, you are aware that there is provision for study leave in the defendant. Just yes or no, there will go on.
Mr.
Yes, Melo, just this final one.
Just how many more?
No, 2 more questions, then we're done.
After 2 more, I'm
As a copy.
okay.
Did you hear me?
What was the last one? The last question.
I never needed a study leave, so
just answer the question first.
The defendant, yes, the defendant.
Hold on. I didn't even hear the question. No.
I said the question? There is provision for obtaining study leave in the defendant's terms and conditions of employment.
That's what I said, that the defendant has different leaves for each staff if you wish to, of which study leave is one of them. But I didn't have any need for study leave, so I don't know why the question.
Sorry, my lord, my objection is that these questions, my learned friend, in as much as he has the right to go to town to ask questions on cross-examination, but it should be related to the material issues before the court. There was no place where they mentioned all these study leave in their statement of defense, or they relied on it.
It's not pleaded.
Yes, my lord.
That fact is not pleaded.
It's not pleaded. The study leave, or whether she got permission or no permission, it was not pleaded anywhere.
Mr. Ekpam.
Facts that are relevant to passing issue are relevant.
You didn't plead it. Did you plead it or not?
My lord, it is relevant to the fact in issue which was pleaded, to the extent that we said she did not work even while she was in Norway. And she said she worked. And we needed to show that we're doing other things. According to her, going to the hospital, now admitting that she was doing a program.
She did them.
No,
they have done that now. Which one is the leave?
Even if I'm working in Nigeria, I will still do the MBA. I was doing it in Nigeria. I started
and he said that he doesn't need
leave. And I said there is a requirement for
it's a part-time program.
That's a simple question. I already answered.
No, he didn't obtain any other question.
Yes, just one more. Now, in the organogram of the defendant, it is a person that occupies a superior position that supervises somebody occupying an inferior position, and not vice versa. That's correct.
In an organogram, is the person that has the superior position that supervises
the person that is the
under him.
And
supervises the one the officer under him.
No, that's not true. That's not true. If the supervisor, if you're saying the head of the department, yes, but if there is a tax, anybody can supervise. It doesn't have to do with because when we are in the team, we don't look at levels of positions. So no, that's not true. In the organogram,
anybody can supervise. Does it mean that the one under can supervise the one on top?
If you're like you have an SE, SDO, BO, and you are in a team and they give you work to do. You do it as a team and submit the result.
The one they mentioned today, like you have senior, senior banking officer and banking officer.
Yes.
Are you saying that banking officer can supervise senior banking officer?
Banking officer can be in charge of a particular, it depends on who the supervisor, your team lead, wants to give the responsibility of that particular
Any other question?
Yes.
No, there's no more.
It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. Re-examination? Yes?
Now, Mrs.
It's not recorded because it's speculative.
Yes, Mrs.
And just bear in mind that I don't write your questions. I only write answers. I don't write questions. I don't write questions. I write the way I was trained is whatever the witness say, not all the questions you're asking him.
Yes, Mrs. Kinyere, in your evidence during cross-examination, the counsel asked you.
Why are you turning your this upside down? Your head is down like a witch.
Sorry, my lord. Now, in your answers to the question put to you by the counsel for the defendant, he asked you how many months notice you are entitled to for termination.
Yes.
And you said you don't know. Yes. Now, do you still maintain that position, considering that you have already stated in your witness deposition that these notices is according to the manual for the service, manual of service, the condition of service regulating your employment with the defendant?
I don't understand what you are doing, Mr. Wilson.
Please.
Several times we asked her. I even suggested to her that the same notice applies both for the employer and the employee. But she insisted that she did not know the number of notice that she's entitled to from the defendant.
Yes.
So what do you want her to say now? That she now knows?
She has made a statement already in that regard.
Well, you married that. You have to marry that one during your address. I have my the answer here.
As well, please.
Yes, any other question? So, Neil. Yes?
My lord, we'll be needing my lord's leave. We're needing my lord's leave
for an adjournment to enable us call our next witness.
What did you say?
Lord, I'm applying for a short adjournment to enable us call our next witness. CW has already filed a witness petition before the court.
Ask me that adjournment properly, Counsel.
My Lord, I humbly apply that the court graciously grant us
an adjournment.
You said this witness is in London or where?
Lord, witness
In UK, okay. Okay. Mr. Ekpen.
No, we do not have any objections to that.
They will guide us. My Lord will guide us with his own date. Let me mention it. Eh? I can't communicate now. The best thing we can do is to take a blank date that is given to us by the President. We'll work towards that.
June 16 is a Monday.
Lord, it's not that convenient.
It's not convenient. Yes. 23. No, I can't give you weekdays. Oh. I'm very busy weekdays. I'm giving you Monday. Yes, is it not going to be by virtual?
Yes, my Lord. Oh, yes, my Lord. But in that case, my Lord, let me check 16th so that in the afternoon is okay for me. Afternoon, provided it's not morning, because I have another matter in the morning.
No. 1 o'clock.
Yes, my Lord. 1 o'clock is convenient.
16 is okay.
Yes, my Lord.
This matter is adjourned to June 16, 2025 for continuation of hearing virtually at 1 p.m.
At 12 places. We're very grateful, my Lord.
Thank you, my Lord.
You're welcome. Any other matter? No. Okay. Mike, close it. I want to rise.